How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm cold.
Yeah.
They got the air conditioning cranked up on us in here. What are you gonna do? It's only May in Ohio. At least the sun's shining, right?
Yeah, it's colder indoors than outside.
Hey, Ricky, how are you? I gotta open up my chat here because I can see it in OBS.
I think Ricky's the only one that said hi so far.
Just Ricky?
I think just Ricky.
Who else is here
Looks
tonight?
like we got 7 or 8 people in the chat.
Yeah. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. How'd I do that? There we go. Oh, that's much better. How is everybody tonight? Did everybody who was stuck in Buddha get released? Did Buddha finally let go of all his packages?
I only saw one person mention it.
What?
That I saw.
Oh, there had to be more than that.
I'm sure there was a lot more. That's just
Hey, Doug Taylor.
the only chat I saw.
Ricky said I didn't say hi. Hey, Joey. Hey, Michael. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Michael.
Thanks for popping in. Sorry you can't stay.
Probably got a big birthday dinner to go to.
Yeah, he's probably going to the Dodgers game. Oh, it's awfully early for that, though, out there, unless they're having an afternoon game.
Yeah, I wonder what time they actually start out there.
I don't know.
Probably 5 or so, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, you would think a 7:10 game is 4:10.
Yeah. Maybe he's going to go see the Dodgers play.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you got Ohtani. Of course
Yeah.
they're good. Joey, I got the Merlin cards today. Thank you so much for the foil stack of Merlins.
Hi, Joey.
I now have all of the foil stacks I want. That will not stop me from opening more boxes. What will right now is that I don't have any more boxes.
What'd you guys trade for?
What I sent him Cthulhu.
You got Merlin?
Yeah. I had 2 of the Cthulhus and I didn't have any Merlins. So
How's that negate looking for you?
they're all awesome. The foil cards just make it look so much better.
Yeah.
I love them. He is going to the game later. All right, Michael.
Who are they playing tonight, Michael? Reds have the Pirates, right?
Is that who they're playing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They swept the Guardians.
The Reds did over the weekend?
Yeah.
I had a lot
About
going
time.
on. Yeah, I didn't listen to a whole lot.
And they're finally 500 again. They've been playing pretty bad.
Yeah.
Losing to the White Sox and all kinds of bad teams.
Get 10 runs in the first inning and get 1 run the whole next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that against the Astros?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw they scored 10 in the first. Yeah, it's tough.
Hey, Joey, you're more than welcome for the Cthulhus. What? Michael, you haven't got yours? They're playing Arizona. Okay. Michael, yours hasn't arrived yet? Is it stuck in Buddha? I guess some people actually went over to that post office. Somebody from
Angry
Cardio.
mob?
Yeah. Angry mob was storming Buddha. They were tearing Chris up on the Discord.
Why?
From Cardio.
Yeah.
About how bad this went. And he said that they just overwhelmed. There's only 2 people that work at that post office,
Oh,
supposedly. Really? And they just overwhelmed them with like 1,000 packages. And
Not used to that kind of...
no, so they just sorted what they could and let the rest sit.
Huh?
Yeah, but they probably started getting a whole lot of phone calls because a lot of guys were putting in claims for lost packages because their package hadn't moved in 10 days.
Right.
And that's what Corey did. And the local postmaster actually called Corey and said, look, it says it's in Buddha. I don't know what to tell you. He said, I can't do anything because it says it's in Buddha.
They're probably opening packs and playing.
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
They love all the foil stacks they got.
Yeah. Hey, Jerry.
Jerry, how are you?
Sean loves his baseball and his overpowered evenings. Yep.
Yeah.
I love baseball, too.
Yeah, they've been advertising the Reds on 97.1 The Fan now.
Oh, okay.
So if you're out of, you can't always access 700.
Yeah.
Sometimes hard to get.
Oh, look, I missed the maid saying ahoy. How are you?
Ahoy, Sean.
Hey, Sean, how are you? Yeah, there's a lot going on, that's for sure. LRG also paid for expedited service, guaranteed 8-day delivery, which didn't happen.
Big
I
refund?
I had a phone call with Ron about that, and I said, man, Ron, they just didn't ship the stuff when they said they did. My package came 3-day express from UPS.
Yeah.
So I know they shipped it on Friday instead of Tuesday of that week. It's just plain and simple. The tracking number shows it was delivered or picked up on Friday. And I know it didn't sit there for 3 days. So a lot of it, I just believe it's cardio. I don't think LRG screwed anything up. I think it's 100% it's on cardio. Now, whether they overwhelmed that little post office in Buda, who knows?
That definitely sounds like that was the case.
Yeah, maybe, but still, Buda should have just put the whole skid on a truck and say, hey, someone else can sort this.
Right.
I don't know how UPS or USPS works too much, but I know there are times when they're so frustrating when we ship packages and it just shows that it's on its way to destination and the customer complains, I never got it. It's been 5 days on its way to destination, and then the next day it just shows up as delivered and there's nothing in between.
Yeah.
It's frustrating,
Yep, it is.
but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey, poor Buddha. Yeah, but Sean, I don't think that's LRG's fault. That's all on cardio, and LRG needs to take it up with them. Brian says, mine is scheduled for delivery tomorrow after all the trades are done. I think there'll be plenty of people to trade with you, Brian. Corey just got his today.
They haven't got mine either.
He's,
I don't know about today, but
oh, yeah,
it
but that's
could be.
Carl.
Yeah, it's Carl.
That's on Carl.
He did ship it, but I don't.
Oh, looky there. Sean says his is scheduled for tomorrow.
Maybe we can all have a box opening together.
Yeah.
Box opening party.
Brian, that's hilarious. Everything's bigger in Texas except the post office. Yeah. It's sad.
But it's so big, you probably do have these tiny little post offices.
Well, yeah. I mean, how big is Buda, Texas?
I've never heard of it.
It's probably a small little town.
Yeah.
But, man, come on, guys.
Billy the Kid delivering it?
Yeah. It's on the Pony Express. But,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I agree, Sean. I know you weren't saying it was Lazarus. It's clearly USPS or cardio, one or the other. I don't know how fast it got out of the cardio warehouse. And it's hard to say at this point.
Yeah.
But, we still get it, 5 or 6 months before the promised time. It's an early delivery. It's just frustrating the way that it rolled out.
Yeah.
I don't...
Especially a few days before an event and stuff.
Right. I think the very worst part on Lazarus's end of the whole Kickstarter is that unless Joe has posted it in the last 2 hours, we still don't have a set list. And some people will say the very worst part from the Lazarus Rising side is that they put so many cards from the set into the tournament packs. And now they're numbered with the set, and if you don't have a store that runs events, you can't get the tournament packs. Now, I know Joe was saying that they learned their lesson from that, and they're going to fix it in the future. And if you get 8 people at your house, you'll be a sanctioned event, and they'll send you prize packs. But
I got enough people in my house to do that.
well, yeah. We had, 6 people on Saturday? We're just getting Friday. Is that when we played? Friday.
Yeah, I think it's Friday.
Okay. On Friday, 6 people showed up for our event.
Yeah.
And we have events scheduled every Friday for the next month, I think. And this Saturday, we're running 2 events. So if you want to come and hang out, noon, we're going to do a draft, although AJ really don't want a draft. He'd rather do sealed. Then at 4 o'clock, we're going to have a regular event.
Yeah. I won't be here till about 3:30, I think.
So you'll miss the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we might have prize packs this week. We shall see. Hey, Zach, how are you? Hype for this, boys. It would be great if we had prize packs for Friday and Saturday. I don't know if they're going to get them out or not. I did get an email right before I left the shop from Joe about being a store. He's looking for stores to sign up to run events. So we're already doing it, but there may be one more step I have to take before they send us prize packs. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'll get with that.
You heard from Stefan? Is he going to try to run events?
Yes, we're going to run Friday nights. I think he's going to try and do Saturday afternoons. And So is the OP Cup going to be all modern? No. I mean, we got the tournament organizer right here. Let me turn and ask him.
No.
It's going to be
Friday night modern.
Friday night will be a modern only, and then Saturday will be
Mixed. Or whatever they're calling it. Legacy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I get confused. I think it's Legacy. And Golden Age is something that'll come down the road.
Yeah.
But Joe said, hey, I need you to win the next one using one of our modern cards. So you're going to have to play a modern on.
I'll try to
during
pull it
the
off with
LP Cup.
Hercules. We'll see.
Yeah. Colby says that his is scheduled for tomorrow as well. Good. I'm glad to see so many guys have gotten them, and so many guys have at least a delivery date. Corey had to drive to the post office for some reason to pick his up, but he did get them today.
How many boxes did he get? 8?
I think it was 8. But 2 of them were for Anthony. And 3 of them he already opened because he borrowed 3 off of me.
Right.
He owes me 5 of the 8. And so what he's going to do with whatever he's got left, I don't know.
Sounds like 1 box.
And of the 5 that he's given back to me, 1 is for Vlad and 1 is for Sam.
Okay.
So I'll have 3 boxes in the store this weekend, and they're probably not going to last but a day. These guys can't keep their fingers out of them.
You going to sell them or open them?
Oh, yeah.
You're
We're
gonna
going to sell them. Yeah, I'm not opening anymore till I get something from GTS,
Okay.
which,
Heard anything from them?
yeah. I talked to Ron last week, I think it was Friday afternoon, and he said GTS will have the product the first week of June.
Okay.
And GTS will get them out as soon as possible. So it should be no problem having them in time for Origins. And my rep at GTS was talking to me about it today, and he goes, you still want to split it up? And I said, no, I want all of it at once.
How much more are you doing?
120 more boxes.
120.
Yep.
Wow.
And we got, I think we're getting 40 power stations
Okay.
and a few more starter decks, because they were selling starter decks like crazy at wherever they were last weekend. Was that PAX? PAX. Yeah. Yeah. They told me how many starters, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like more than I literally have in the store right now.
Oh, wow.
I know they'll be there selling them too, so I don't expect to sell that many.
Yeah.
And Stefan will be there selling it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Stefan and I both have tables, and Lazarus will be there. Oh, they said they will. They guarantee that they'll have the promos for Origins too. Don't know what it's going to be. I told Joe I hope it's Battle Beast or Invincible. Battle Beast #1 comic came out last week and sold over 400,000 copies.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, John, how are you?
John, welcome.
I got to get caught up here. Freak Show says going to try and put together a Southern New Hampshire, whatever that word is, Monadnock area play group. If it can work, I will try to get some sanctioned events going. Good. Good luck with that. I hope that works out. Sean says Hercules is mighty, but he pales to the grandeur of Arthur and Camelot.
No, I don't think so.
We shall see.
Doug and I were just talking about Merlin.
Yeah.
Ooh, he seems a little underwhelming for the point cost.
For 21 points, you get a negate.
Yeah, and a 4 multi.
Yeah. Colby, looking forward to seeing us at Origins. All right, it's going to be fun. We're going to have so many events going on for 4 days.
Yeah, you'll probably sell a lot of starters in, I envision.
Yeah, I ordered a few more just to make sure, but, you know, with 3 of us there selling starters and booster boxes, I don't think getting overpowered at that convention is going to be hard to do at all.
Yeah.
And Brian says, watch, Corey's going to open all 3 foil versions of King Arthur. I still have not seen anybody else get a King Arthur.
Yeah.
For ultra rare.
I haven't seen him.
But I think Josh Alexander says he's got one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not looking for one, so he must have already got his. Sean says don't diss Merlin.
No, I'm not dissing him. I think he's pretty expensive for what you're getting out of his special set.
Yeah. I gotta believe they made his threat level at 21 up 2 points just because he has a negate.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
I'm still looking at doing a King Arthur Merlin deck, but I really wasn't happy with the way the Wicked Witch played on the deck. The power pack was kind of iffy.
Who'd you play it with? With Merlin?
Merlin, King Arthur, Wicked Witch, and Watson in reserve. It
Kind
was,
of an energy fighting intellect deck. Huh?
yeah, I think up to 5 they were all intellect.
Yeah, they're all 5 intellect at least.
And then after that, it was
Energy and
just better hope you got the card you need to defend the hands you get attacked.
yeah, I'm sure in that environment, Arthur would be fairly hard to defend.
Yeah, but Arthur's
But he can use
4 or
Merlin's.
less became a 6 or less
And he
for
can
him or a
use-
teammate.
And doesn't Merlin have something where they can share their power cards or something?
Merlin can play any
Defend.
frontline characters specials.
I think
Yeah,
can
he had
defend them,
another
too.
one. Yeah, so he could use King Arthur's teammate Avoid to make it a little more universal.
Oh, it's very universal. Then.
Yeah, but
But you got a lot of non-venture cards at that point.
yeah, there's a lot of problems with it, but I don't know, maybe. Joey likes Raw, Cthulhu, Anubis, and Hyde. Yeah, Hyde's going to make some players, or make some characters playable. He'll go in reserve. He can't do a whole lot.
He's actually nice on the front line, too.
You think?
He is. I mean, I don't know if you're going to put him there, but he does have a nice set of specials. If they've got a grid under 17 or less, he has an 8 any power. That's not 1 per deck. So, I mean, and he can attack the reserve with it. So if you're trying to stack Watson back there, he can throw it back there.
Okay.
So that's decent. He's got a lockout. He's got a 6 that he can discard some cards off of his draw pile to fuel it up to make it a little stronger.
Sean thinks he's crazy good.
I think he's pretty good, yeah.
Getting back to Merlin, he has a negate, Viking Prior, a card reveal with pairing with 221B, 4 half multi, make additional. He can also set up 2/3 for freedom inherent for power card defense.
Right, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a lot of non-venture cards.
Right, I forgot about the reveal. You can pick
Yeah.
universe, power
specials.
card, or specials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, you have to be playing Baker.
Get to make the most out of it for sure. The thing I don't like about Viking Prior, and Jessica was using that in her deck, but she always was drawing it way too early in the game that there's nothing she wanted to go pull out.
And there's no KO event.
Right. I doubt they'll ever do a KO event in this
No,
game.
they won't.
It's,
I don't think they'll do any of those crazy events.
yeah. Hello from Ricky's wife. Hey, Ricky's wife, how are you?
That's a
Jerry,
bot.
how much will events be at Origins? Wow, honestly, I can't remember. They're just the cost of the product. I think $20-25 for sealed events. The winner boxes. It's not too much. For some reason, I'm thinking something was $40, but I can't remember. I should have checked that today. I meant to go and see how many guys were registered, but I forgot. John says, I doubt Merlin will make little impact in Legacy. Scarlet Witch exists. I think
Yeah, he
Merlin
won't.
will be solid Modern.
No,
He's
he-
great in Draft.
Yeah, he won't see any play in the Legacy,
Like,
I wouldn't
yeah,
think.
I don't think. Yeah, he's
Not
not
for
worth
those
the
points.
Nope. Eternal Turtles. Is there a visual spoiler of all the characters and specials anywhere? There is not. There is not even a list of everything that's in the Kickstarter yet.
I think Pat was trying to put something together.
Yeah, he did pretty good, but I don't know that. Did he list all the ultra rares or what was ultra rare?
I didn't.
I'm not
open
sure.
it. I didn't have the cards to confirm anything, so I didn't
Yeah.
study it real hard.
Joe said that he was working on the list today and he hoped to have it up today. So hopefully, I think he said the same thing on Friday. But hopefully it gets up. And then once we get confirmed who the 12 ultra rares are, I was going to take pictures of the 12 today and I forgot. I know what 11 of the 12 ultra rares are,
You
but
have
I
them?
just can't figure out what the ultra rare is on Time Traveler.
You have 12 of them?
Well, between all of us, we've got 12. and there's supposed to be 13 in the Kickstarter description, but I think there's only 12. We could not find a 13th that we saw a third art for. But the Time Traveler one is the one that's driving me crazy because I can't figure out which is the ultra
Which
rare.
is which?
And they said that it's the higher number, they being people online.
Yeah.
But
Like I said, I think it's the image where he's standing closer to the card. The only reason I say that.
I thought that's the one it was too.
Yeah.
And then Corey showed me, well, I got 3 of that one and only 1 of this one. So,
The only reason I say that, there was an alternate art that was non-foil of the other one.
yeah. It's the
So
time,
2 of the same images and only 1 of that one.
yeah, but usually the ultra rare, like King Arthur, out of 15 boxes, we never saw one. We only saw 1 Zorro, which is the white background one,
Yeah, I
which
like
is a
that.
really cool one.
And no Sun Wukong, except the one I pulled on Friday night.
Yeah. So we kind of know what ones were the really rare ones. But for some reason, Time Traveler, we were seeing an equal amount of both cards, or within one, like 5 to 4, 6 to 5.
Yeah.
So if you go by the card number, sure. But then I was told down there in Dallas that sometimes that doesn't work.
Yeah. I saw a lot of Marcel cracked a box open live. I saw a lot of the Time Traveler and a lot of Korak is what he mainly pulled.
Okay. And I'll tell you this.
So there was a red foil Korak, and then also just a red that was non-foil. That was like the ultra rare or alternate art.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There was the one that was the comic book art. And at first we thought that was going to be the ultra rare, but it's not. That's just a rare.
And you got a cool one with him and another lady on
Right. That's the
I don't know.
ultra rare one.
it. Okay, that one's nice looking.
Yes, it is. All of them are nice except that one crappy King Arthur.
The
Ugh.
cartoon one?
Yeah.
He pulled one of those. too.
I can't believe
He
somebody.
said, "What's he doing? Stepping on a piece of wood?" He goes, "Nah, maybe he's jumping over it."
I think he stepped on a Lego and I can't believe they approved that. Oh my gosh. The chat's blowing up. What did we miss here, Phil?
I don't know.
Hey, son, how are you, buddy?
I think they're still talking about Hyde being good for his point cost.
Viking Pryor early is a game winner.
It can be if you're milling to the right cards for lockouts.
Sean says, LOL, you wish. I think he's talking to Sean, but I'm not sure. How much will events be at Origins? We covered that briefly. Jerry, I'll have you a more definite cost next week, but if you want to go and look on the Origins website, you can find them. Just do a search for the tabletop events. Just type in Overpower.
Merlin's Inherit is what? Look at the top card of the draw pile and put it on the bottom if you want.
Yeah, or leave it on the top.
I don't think that's great.
It's not game changing.
Yeah, Sean said it's really underutilized.
You know, sometimes I think Sean's trying to gaslight us.
This is the other Sean.
Oh, Sean Sawyer says that. Oh, Sean, come on.
But maybe that's Sean Valentine's bot.
Yeah.
He's got 2 accounts, one under the other Sean.
John says Hyde is 16 for 2 6 grids, a good inherent, almost pays for Cthulhu or Hercules, has a lockout and decent attacks. And Eternal Dirtus says RE press kit stuff asking for content reasons. We are not the official Lazarus Rising podcast, so we don't have access to that, but it would be great to have. And I think if you go to, well, even then you'd have to download each individual image. Through Cardio, you can see every card
Yeah.
except for the alt art, which, as we've been discussing, we have to figure out what is the ultra rares and what is just rare. Hey, Game Master.
Yeah, and Keith
Sorry,
said,
man, I meant to say hi when you first logged in. I forgot you.
Yeah, and Keith said that's Korak's future wife on the card with him, Miriam.
Hey, Keith, how are you?
Said that's a book called The Son of Tarzan.
Okay. And Keith says he's been thinking about putting Hyde with John Carter together on a Barsoom team. Maybe with Hercules. Bring Carter up to Herc stats and Hyde up to Carter stats. Okay. I like it. Joe Peters, how are you, buddy? Interesting thing I've noticed is when comparing my alts to other people, we have opposite numbers, making it even harder to determine which is harder. Yes, kind of. I mean, there's obviously the Zorro and the King Arthur that just don't seem to be showing up right now. But so many people, I guess, aren't really telling us everything that they got.
Yeah. Yeah, Zorro is really cool.
Yeah.
Not as nice as that Hercules I got. But
The Hercules is really nice too.
The
with
lion
that,
skin.
Yeah.
yeah. I posted it and said game on in the overpowered chat. And John Kepper said, now we need one of you holding a goat skin carcass like that. I said, well, maybe that'd be a chase in, a future set coming up.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be too hard to get one of those here in Ohio.
No, we get those. It's probably a common card.
Yeah, and if we have problems, I'm in a real goat skin for you to wear. We probably go to Texas to get one if we can't find one here. John says, I don't know if it's ultra rare, but the foil alt art Dracula is one of my favorite arts in the set. Yep, I like that one too.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
And I think Dracula is on the ultra rare list.
Okay.
My stupid phone. Using it. It should be here. Hold on. Let me open up my notes. And John says, what? John likes that inherent ability.
Which one? The Merlin?
Merlin.
Yeah, I don't think it's great.
Oh, it says I don't like the Aether on the log or the 3 energy power card. Otherwise, I'm super impressed.
He's talking about that alternate art, Arthur?
Yeah.
The cartoony one?
Yes. Okay. He's fat-fingered a couple there. But he does say Merlin's inherent is great. I always forget to use it because it's not that big of a deal.
I guess it could be if you know it's a dupe or something, but I don't think it's great either.
Yeah, but you won't know it's a dupe. Well, it could
if
be
you got placed.
Right. And you could find out it's a level 1 power card that you don't want till the end of the game.
Then don't put it in the deck.
Right. Which I didn't in my Beyonder deck. Didn't run level 1 or level 2, and I only ran 1/3 and 1/4.
I saw that. 3 light power pack.
Yes, 13 cards.
Better hope you don't get to the power pack.
Well, actually, I did against Dave. And sitting over there, and he said, well, maybe you won't draw an 8. And I just laughed. I said, there's 3 8s right there, and there's only 9 cards.
There's only 13 cards in the whole power pack.
That's I'm drawing an 8, Dave. Record. I'm drawing an 8.
Probably all 3.
I did. Well, I drew 2 8s, 2 7s, 2 6s. But I won the game.
He was a max 7 or something?
Yeah, he was down to the mummy.
No.
And he had 2 multi-power card hits on him.
And your cards are energy?
Yeah. And he said, the next hit is going to kill me. And I said, yes, this 8 is going to kill you. And he's, well, maybe you won't draw one. I'm going to draw one, Dave. Yeah. Joe Peter says, I have more of the non-goofy King Arthur. Do you really? How many did you get, Joe? Because we have not seen very many of those.
What did he say he pulled?
He's got more of the non-goofy art King Arthur. And that's pretty impressive.
Well, I think the other one's alternate art, right? The goofy
one? It's just a rare. The goofy one is the rare. The one with the shield is the ultra rare.
Okay.
But that'd be really cool if Joe got 2 or 3 of those. Yeah, that's really weird. Now, I also heard, I know a lot of guys were getting packs with the hero cards missing or half of a stack of another character card.
Yeah, I heard that was...
Yeah, they had a problem early in the print run where that was happening, and they corrected it. And then later in the print run, the boxes did not have that issue. The only problem is you don't know where your boxes are in the print run.
Joe said he got 5 non-goofy and 3 goofy ones.
Wow, that's awesome.
But he must open a lot of boxes.
Yeah, that's Joe, how many did you open?
Those were pretty rare to begin with, right?
Yeah. Joe. And John says, I have more alt art Morgan Le Fay than I do the common. Holy cow. Jerry says, I saw someone had an alt art foil Cthulhu different from the regular foil. Yeah. Yes, the ultra rare. I've got all 3 of the Cthulhu characters in foil.
Thank you, Game Master, for plugging us.
Hey, Game Master. 22 people and 12 likes. Not too bad. Yeah, that's good.
You opened 4.5 boxes.
Subscribe. 4.5 boxes?
What did you do with the other half?
What? And you got 5 ultra rare King Arthurs. That's crazy. That's 1 every box.
More than 1.
No, 5 out of 5. 5 out of
Yeah, like
4.5.
4.5,
Yeah, well, yeah, on that. But he opened 5 boxes. Did the Buddha people get the good boxes?
Probably.
Joe, was yours part of the Buddha shipment?
No, he was part of Carl's shipment.
Oh, you don't want your boxes from Carl then.
Yeah.
Joe got
Send
all the
them-
good ones.
Send them back.
Yeah.
I'll just sell them.
Wow. John says something about Merlin. Control all the game is better the longer the game goes. Now, if only I use basic universe cards. Brian, I missed something there from you, I think. What is this about basic universe cards?
I don't know. I see Brian.
Well, in the
Brian's
original
coming.
Overpower, I pulled more Magnetos and Wolverine characters than Beast.
Oh, wow.
That's a good problem to have too,
I mean,
right?
yeah, especially if you pull Wolverine because he's super, super rare in the original version.
Yeah.
Along with Spider-Man. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, Joe says that was pre-Carl.
Oh, okay.
That would make it very hard, Joe. You're right. I hope I didn't pay $200 for the wrong King Arthur card.
Everything is better pre-Carl, I guess. Just kidding, Carl. We love you.
No, I really hate that other King Arthur card. I'm glad it's not the ultra rare one. That would be so depressing if that was the ultra rare.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's got me wondering. 5 of them out of 5 boxes. We didn't get any out of 15 boxes.
None?
None of the King Arthurs. None of us got a King Arthur. Keith says the non-goofy Arthur is by Raymond Gay. Same guy as the alternate Leonidas, alternate Sheriff, and non-Lion Pelt Hercules. Can't wait to get him to illustrate some TMT Overpower, which is what I know him for. Didn't he also do one of the Deja Thoris cards? I can't remember if it's the rare or the ultra rare, but I think he did one of those.
So as far as you know,
Oh no, that was Tan. Never mind.
those are the only 2 foils that you didn't pull? Was the Sun Wukong and King Arthur?
Yes,
Did you guys pull everything else?
I believe we pulled everything else, and that's how we put the list together. We saw all 3 Sun Wukongs, but not a foil version of the ultra rare.
Okay.
So we saw an ultra rare non-foil. So we had the 3, and we could tell what we thought was that was the rare one because we didn't have that many of them.
Is there an ultra rare Merlin? Okay.
No,
No.
nope. Maybe in the prize packs, there's
Some ultra rare
either
foils.
5 or 7
New
ultra
ones?
rares in the prize packs. Yeah, that aren't in the set. And I also put some missing events are in the prize packs, which, boy, they got chewed out online for that. Did you see that?
Because it was misworded or something?
No, because you can't get them unless you play in events. You can't
Oh.
get the whole mission set.
Okay. I saw there was a mislabeling on one of the events sets. One was titled one thing, one was titled something
Oh,
different.
yeah, I did
Like
see that.
World
Yeah,
of
there's a
Mars
couple
or something.
typos, but that's not too bad. Yeah, Joe, I agree. It is, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure my list is, I think it's accurate now that I took Anubis off of there because we thought there was a third Anubis, and I can't for the life of me figure out how we came up with that one. We put him on the list as the 13th, and it's not true.
And he was unlucky.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Ryan says, when you're talking about winning with the 8-7-6 game.
Oh.
Keith, the non-goofy
The basic
Arthur,
universes.
got that. I'm pretty sure I saw all of them when I was helping Larry sort. You probably did, Brian.
He was saying Dave could probably block your 8 if he had a basic universe.
What he was using the training,
Spartan.
yeah, but he couldn't get to an 8 in the stats that were on the training cards. So, yes, then he could have.
Yeah, because I think he has a weird stack. I think he's 6 energy, 7 strength, or whatever you want to call it now.
Yeah. I can't keep him straight either. I got to look on the cards to
force.
see. Yeah. But, yeah, he couldn't get there.
And I think he's a 2 in the other levels.
Yeah, and
combat and
So the
intelligence.
best he could have gotten up to was a
Was a
7.
6? I think
Six
it's
or a
6.
7. Yeah, maybe. And it's like, it ain't
Oh, maybe
happening.
you can do a 7 with a 5 multi or
Yeah.
something.
He sat there and he goes, oh, wait a minute. There's got to be a way I can defend an 8. I said, nope. But he says, that goofy Arthur made me want to approach the guys about drawing a promo code for them myself. I'm not off. I could do it. That'd be a long time dream come true. Yep, that would be so funny. Save all your misprints. People will want them in a few years. Yeah, I don't think they will. As long as they weren't corrected, it won't matter.
Yeah, they'll all be misprints.
Yeah, you're right. If it doesn't correct. Game Master says you can play online for prize packs, though. Really? I hadn't heard that part yet. Well, didn't they just mail you the pack? I know a lot of games were going to that during COVID, but I didn't know. I don't think anyone still does it, but I could be wrong. Somebody's blowing up my text messages. Is it AJ? Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Uh-oh, Corey's showing his... Corey, you weren't supposed to open any more boxes. What?
Got all the good stuff for you.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there a King Arthur in there?
Is that Hercules?
He's got 4 stacks of foils.
So he must have opened his 1 box. I think he had 1 box left based on...
Yeah, maybe that's
The
what
math
it
you had.
was. John Carter, Korok. There's another time traveler.
Yeah, he seems to be...
Oh,
common as
Count of
candy.
Monte Cristo?
No, he doesn't have a ultra rare foil, does he?
No, it's
No,
just
I
a
don't
foil
think.
version of him, I
Yeah.
think. And yeah, Corey's very happy with that box. Good. You weren't supposed to open anymore. We were done opening for now, remember? I don't know how I mean, we sold 3 boxes, I think, out of the store by the pack.
Okay.
And
3 boxes.
3 boxes by the pack.
Yeah, I think I bought 10 packs.
We kept some that we reserved just for the store, for the customers that come in. We didn't want to sell everything online.
Right.
We kept 5 boxes, and then we managed to pick up a couple more here and there. I can't remember. One guy, Carl didn't want 2 that I was holding for him, so I got to put them out.
Yeah.
I traded one of them for the King Arthur. But, hey, Andrew, how are you? So they're buying a lot. We sold 1 or 2 by the box, but they've been going out by the pack.
Yeah.
They just can't keep their fingers out
Yeah,
of
me
packs.
and AJ put a hurting on you on Friday night.
Yep.
I think I bought 10 packs and he bought whatever was left in that box. I
Yeah.
don't know if it was 5 or 6, but
And got everything good.
so looking forward to Friday night already.
Yep. Friday
No,
night.
Saturday.
Twice on Saturday. You can come Friday night if you want. We're playing at 7.
Yeah. I don't know. My wife pray shoot me.
Yeah. How'd you get out last Friday night with the date with the wife? It wasn't raining.
She had plans with Hope to go do her nails.
Oh, so she bailed on you.
Yeah, she bailed on me.
Ah, okay. That's good news because I thought you bailed on her and it wasn't raining.
Yeah, I told her I wasn't going to bail on her. But
Yeah, we were all asking about that afterwards. Said, wait a minute, it
I'm just
didn't
going
rain.
to just book her a nail appointment every Friday.
Ryan says the goofy Arthur reminded me of a grown-up version of Hank the Ranger from the 80s D&D cartoon. Sorry, Brian, I never watched it.
Yeah.
And Keith says, yep, it sounds like they'll mail the prize packs to who's ever facilitating the online tournaments of 8 or more people, and the facilitator mails them out. Okay. That's good because guys are going to want those prize packs. The prize packs are going to be free to the stores, so that's kind of nice. Game Master says it's not fully fleshed out yet. Probably using Cardio or LRG Discord. All right. Man, that Discord is crazy. There's so much going on in there.
Yeah. It's all for just gaming.
Yeah. Corey goes in there a lot now, I think.
And it's a message center, so it's
Yeah.
kind of get both in there.
I don't go very often.
I don't either.
I was there for a while, but
Once in a while, I'll see something from LRG that says they're going live in there. I'll pop in sporadically, but
I like how when they do go live, they're on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord, I think, most of the time.
yeah.
John says, I've got 4 boxes left. I'm opening 1 and drafting the other 3. You personally, how about the store, John? Have you guys been selling it good online? I know when I went to look, your online store had it listed as sold out.
I think they had 8 players for their event.
Yep, that's what he said. AJ says it was 6. Looking forward for an OP event weekend. Yeah, we're going to be playing. Wow, it's been a long time since we played that as much Overpower as what we got scheduled this weekend. Are the prize packs for the winners only or for everyone who plays? Great question, Brian. I think they're participation prizes. So everyone who plays will get one. Is that right?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a great question.
You should know more about that than I do.
Well, we haven't heard anything. Keith says, my understanding is everyone, but that makes prize packs a funny name. Yeah, it should be participation packs.
Yeah, that's the new era we're in.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a prize.
Everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah.
And everybody gets a pack of cards. And we don't know how many cards are in the packs either, I don't think, do we? Is it 1 card, 3 cards? I don't know.
Are they much smaller?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be smaller. You can't give
17.
all your packs out, or all your prizes out in 1 pack.
Yeah.
So we shall see. John says, multitasking tonight, eh, Doug? I get an Instagram post from you during the cast. What? That's not from me. We did it.
Doug.
I don't know. I did post on Instagram this afternoon, or maybe this evening around 5. Wasn't me post anything recently.
Doug Taylor? Maybe it was Doug Taylor.
I don't know. Maybe. Brian says could be like 4 for first, 3 for second. Yeah. There could be multiple packs given out at each event. That would be interesting
to see what happens.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how often the alt rares show up in the prize packs. And how many prize packs you send out at a time to the stores. Right. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has cases of 100.
I was saying maybe 100 or so, right?
Yeah, but we would get 6 or 8 cases at a time from Yu-Gi-Oh! Not that I'm going to open them. I promise. I won't open any unless I win them. But I don't plan on playing a whole lot on Friday nights.
You could have a tournament every day and you'd be the only participant opening them.
Got to have 8 to make it legit. You can't, no prize packs unless you have 8. What's going to be in the prize packs? Asked Sean. That's a great question. We know that there's going to be some missions or events that weren't included in the set. There's going to be 5 to 7 foil, I think, ultra rares.
I heard a lot of Grim Reapers.
I don't think there's going to be Grim Reapers in there. What? AJ got a rare alt art Cthulhu and alt art and a Merlin stack. Yep. John says, we've sold some boxes and packs. I have about 20 boxes left. Sold 14 boxes and 6 set aside for events. You know, that's pretty good sales. He sold 20 boxes.
He says he has 20 boxes left.
Oh, we have 20. Sold 14 boxes. That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
More cowbell, says Brian. Non-OPD dupable reapers.
It might be the chase card.
Larry must have had a run on them Grim Reapers.
Oh, really?
He raised them from 50 cents to $2.
Or you can't get them in the packs now.
Right, they're not in the pack. Yeah, they're not in the packs. Are they going to be in the prize packs?
But they put the Avoid and the 10 multi in there.
And they put Fairy Protection?
Yeah.
Well, Grim Reaper is the card that if you draw it in a draft, you're going to win. Unless you don't draw it in the game to the last hand or something, then
right.
You might
and
not.
You've already lost or whatever.
Yeah. It shouldn't be in draft play. I agree.
But a 10 multi is going to be hard to block too.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost impossible.
That's what Marcel was saying too. Imagine you get the 10 multi in a draft with Captain Nemo. You got 2 different 10s coming at you.
Yeah. Knocked out with 2 cards.
Yeah.
AJ says that was tonight. What? Where'd you get a box set tonight, AJ?
Did you meet Corey?
That's
why he didn't show up.
Yeah, that's why he didn't show up today. Oh, that's awesome. What you go buy one off of Stefan?
He might went up to
Jessica and Nora went over there Saturday. and bought one off of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got a good box too.
Bought the whole box?
Yeah, they bought a sealed box off of it.
Really?
And then went home and opened it. Brian says, alt rare female reaper, but she's naked, so it's just a skeleton with a sickle. Yeah, I hate that Grim Reaper card. I don't know why why'd they ever reprint that? I mean, it was a trouble card from the day it was printed. Oh, AJ bought 10 booster packs off of eBay. Out of 10 packs, you got all that? That's awesome. May says, so Doug, when are you going to play me online so I can school you in the use of King Arthur and Merlin? I don't play online. I don't have a setup to do that anymore. I know we were doing it there for a while, but
I believe in his store
it's in Delaware, AJ. He's up in Delaware. Yep. And John says they're doing deals behind my dumpster. Yeah, they might be. I had to go check it out. Put a security camera back there. Make sure nobody's doing some backdoor deals.
Yeah. Crack in a pack.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Everyone's had so much fun opening these things. It'll be interesting to see how many foils they're going to put into the Invincibles.
Mage, I'll play online once I get my cards. Can make a deck.
You like to play online?
Not necessarily, but I don't
It's
hate,
better
I don't
not
hate
playing?
it. Yeah, it's better not playing. I don't mind a couple games here and there.
Mage says, there was a vote to remove Reaper. Everyone I know said they voted to remove it. Yet Dave says there was an overwhelming vote to keep it as is. Anyone else vote for keeping Reaper? Did you?
No, I didn't see a vote.
I don't know nothing about this vote, Mage. If it came to oh, you know what? They may have sent out an email to the playtesters about it. But I would not have voted to keep it. They did.
Yeah, you hate it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I put you down as
As a no.
a no.
You wanted to make sure it's skewed that way.
Yeah, all the I replied for all of us.
I mean, if you're going to put it in the regular game, you might as well just put it in there.
Yeah, but it just never should have been reprinted.
I mean, but if there are ideas to do drafting, then I understand why they wouldn't have.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I know Doug Taylor's group would have all voted to keep it in.
Really?
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, he did. I think we voted to keep as is. We charted it across a ton of games and found it often got 0 cards or only 1.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
I can't believe it happened that often that you'll get 0.
I mean, there's just so many specials that don't have a icon on them in the new game.
Yeah, but 0?
So you should just say specials.
That's a lot. Game Master wants to know, you got any packs, man? You got any packs? John says, I didn't know there was a vote. I'm pretty sure it was the playtesters. And now that I think about it, I did reply back.
Yeah.
And I know Corey and I both said take it out.
Yeah, I know Sean was really adamant about making it a cataclysm. One of the cataclysms.
That was, I don't know if that was one of the alternatives.
I don't think it was even
That's
an
just
option.
something that was suggested.
Yeah.
Keep it in, take it out was the options we had to vote on.
Yeah.
But then Sean said make it a cataclysm. But I don't know.
I guess would make sense.
You know, they did a pretty good job of listening to the playtesters, except on that one count. Although if they did, maybe they did get an overwhelming amount keeping it in. I don't know what Josh Alexander's group would have voted.
I don't know if they played much.
They didn't get in enough, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But they would have at least had the opportunity to vote on that. And then was our buddy up northeast part of the country, up in New England.
Al.
I don't know how Al would have, him and his group would have voted. Sean says, yep, I suggested making it a catechism. Yeah, AJ, I remember you did. I think all 4 of us did. At least that's the email I sent to Joe.
Okay.
Or to Keith.
Let's hope there's no Dow ever again. Although it wouldn't matter now. There's no battle sites.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
There
can
won't
print
be a
Dow
Dow
all you
now
want.
because we
Yeah.
have no activators.
Yeah, you can do
Sean
Dow all you
says
want now.
yes. Great, Sean. What are you saying yes to? That it was overwhelmingly voted to keep it in? time to depart. All right, Sean, you have a good one, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night.
And John says, I don't think I played as a catechism. Draw 3 is more consistent. Yeah.
More than
I like
once.
fairy protection.
Do you?
Yeah.
Depends what deck I'm playing.
Really?
I think in this new format, fairy protection is the option.
Yes,
But
that's what I mean.
if you're
the
playing
model.
it, yeah, in Legacy, I really like that 10 multi. Just because there's a bunch of big attacks you can do with like Cures for Hire, Magneto, Starjammers.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kill. You run any of those, set of characters, you can kill somebody in 2 shots.
Could be very nasty.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's a multi-power.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Legacy, and negated means 0. Yeah, but it's hard to negate it.
Yeah.
In the new game, you've only got 2, right? Game Master's Fairy's good.
Negated offensively after, did you?
Does
that work?
No, it don't work. It's already gone. So, we'll see. I can't wait to get... that's a good question. That brings up a very good thing. When are we going to get the regional calendar? Dates and locations. We already got dates. When are we going to get finalized dates and locations?
Yeah. Well, Sean Sawyer's in there. Maybe he'll enlighten us.
Sean, do you know anything about that? We need to know. July is only supposedly the July 18th date for a regional, and that's only 2 months away.
Yeah. Wish it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, that'd be something. 2 weeks away, we wouldn't know where we were playing. No, that wouldn't work.
And I don't have my deck put together, so it definitely wouldn't work.
No, that's typical for you.
Show up the night before.
Yeah. Where are we going to play in July? Where is that regional? For Joey says, I made 2 modern decks so far. Leonidas, Lancelot, Zorro, Billy the Kid in reserve. Ra, Anubis, Hyde, Cthulhu in reserve.
I don't like Lancelot at all. Do you?
No, I'm not a big fan of Lancelot. Brian says we'll find out July 17th where the July 18th event is being played. We got to know before that, fellas. Come on now.
Why all the hearts?
we need to travel.
Yeah.
We need to make those travel plans. I haven't heard a single peep about regionals, about where they're looking, who they're talking to.
No, just some tentative dates.
Yeah. Game Master says, Cali. I would think they got to run one in Cali.
Really?
Unless they...
No, that's so far for everybody. Most people.
Yeah, but you got to have one on the West Coast. Although they may go to Seattle for the West Coast one. It's just with only 4 events, and one's in Canada.
Yeah, I don't think you'd go way out west.
You don't think so?
No.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking probably Chicago, Columbus area, because it's the most centrally located.
Yeah.
And,
Columbus or / Chicago.
Yeah.
New York City.
And I think Orlando's the number 1
Orlando?
destination for travel. I mean, you get the most people. I don't.
Orlando. That's your 3?
could
That
be
they're
3.
all pretty much East Coast.
Mhm.
You're not
It's
going...
an East Coast game.
Whoa. And then you get one in Canada,
Yeah.
which would
Would probably be Toronto. I'm guessing. I would think Toronto has the most people.
I think that's where Joe was saying they would like to
I would
look
think
at.
that's it.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Hey, John, thanks for tuning in, buddy. See you next week. And Game Master says, West Side. I would be surprised if the farthest west they go is Columbus / Chicago. Honestly, they're not having enough regionals.
But what big cities are out west? I mean, until you get all the way out west.
Well, go back to Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah, I guess you could go southwest.
Anywhere in California, San
Right.
Diego.
That's what I mean, unless you're all the way out west.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Las Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
Um,
But, I mean, nothing besides Chicago after that.
maybe.
I mean, Oklahoma's not big. Nothing in Missouri, I guess, unless you do
St.
St.
Louis.
Louis, but not huge.
No.
Nothing in Kansas. Wyoming. Playing the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, you know what? Definitely want to go to Oregon. Wow. East Coast versus West Coast. 90s all over again. Yes, it is. Game Master all over again.
Except it's not rap this time.
Yeah.
It's rappers.
Wow.
Cracking the
Okay,
rappers.
I just can't believe they won't go to California. So New York City, Columbus,
Chicago.
California. Columbus/Chicago, California.
Hmm.
The hard part is, Brian says Seattle, Game Master says Vegas, Ricky says Hawaii.
I think Vegas would be okay. I mean,
Yeah, it's cheap flights.
Right.
I would
and
think.
cheap hotels, I would think.
Yeah.
They probably be banned after they found out we're gambling on something other than the casinos.
I don't. People have tried to have big Comic Cons in Vegas, and I don't think they've ever worked.
Really?
But I could be wrong. There might be a big one out there, but nothing pops to mind. Yeah, AJ, I agree. Seattle might be a place to go back to if they can find a place big enough.
He put an LOL though.
Yeah. Anchorage is a little too far, Brian. I'm not going clear to Anchorage. I don't care what the prize money is.
Yeah.
I gotta think New York City, which then they may want to go to Chicago. I bet they go to California. I don't know.
Hard telling. They
It
don't,
is
I don't,
hard
even-
to
I don't even know if
say.
they know where they're going.
But yeah, yeah, just give us something. We gotta at least know July right now. July's a good one to know. Magic the Gathering has a Vegas every year. Yes, they do, and it's pretty big. Next year we can look at Origins having a regional. So they may want to have it somewhere besides Columbus this year because they don't want to give one to Columbus 2 years in a row.
Huge Magic event.
Yeah. Yep, it is. There are Game Master, I agree. So it can be done, but you're talking about a game that does not have a lot of players right now. And the only players we have right now are us old guys from the 90s.
Right.
So,
Although I did see some random people opening boxes that I've never seen before.
oh really?
Yeah.
On stream?
Yeah.
All right.
A lady that, she did like a Facebook post taking pictures of everything.
Okay.
So
Somebody over in Hilliard backed
they're
Kickstarter
selling cards.
and selling them on eBay. But I've met him. He actually came in here when Michael was here selling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does he play or?
And just collects.
Just a collector.
Just collects. Do you see the one guy who put his booster box up for $500?
No. Did it sell?
No. He just lowered it to like 210 the other day. But these boxes are not scarce right now. That doesn't mean they won't become scarce.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to be scarce if.
Well, it depends on how.
GTS
Well, it
gets-
depends on how many they get.
Yeah. Sounds like a bunch.
Yeah, we're all recruiting locally for sure. We've got a bunch of people who are wanting to learn to play and want to come out and play on Friday nights.
Yeah.
And in case you guys are wondering, we are still working on getting those shot glasses, pint glasses, not shot glasses, pint glasses for Origins. We are working diligently. We know the bar now is Barley's. Now we just got to figure out how we can get a large quantity of them. From what I understand, they only put them out during lunchtime and dinner time. And it makes it hard to get there. You got to order your drink and get a pint glass. Pint glass. So,
This is the Gamma.
yeah. I've contacted Gamma too to see if we can just order a few.
Get a response.
But they haven't replied yet, but that's not unusual for Gamma. They may show up the day before the con and say, here's all those pint glasses you ordered. What not? Oh, wait a minute. What did he say about Seattle?
He just said that Vancouver was the largest city in Canada, west of Toronto. So Seattle is, a good destination.
All right, so if we have it in Vancouver, it would get all you Seattle guys up there. Maybe the California guys could go.
And Pac West is held in Seattle instead of California, he said.
Okay. Brett says the initial print run was 250,000 booster packs. Do we know that for a fact?
I don't know if that divides out equally by 36 packs in a box.
Wow. Well, it's plus or minus. Brett, where'd you get that information? That's the first I heard. What is 250,000 divided by 36? That's it's not a whole lot of boxes. PAX West is in Seattle rather than California. Yeah, I think Seattle's got a good shot at getting one. 250,000 packs seems low to the Game Master. Jarek's coming Friday. All right. I might be tasked for finding Columbus pint glasses. Yay, Jay. We might send you on a pint glass run. Me want pint glass, me like beer. I've never been to Barley's. I think last year, I don't know if last year was the first year they did these pint glasses or not.
Is this local?
Yeah, they're right downtown, the short north. Brett says, that's what Joe said on the Discord. 250,000. 6,944 boxes. Oh, that's interesting. Can we do the math to find out how many were bought on the Kickstarter?
Oh, I don't know if you could do that. You'd have to know what every person's level was.
Well, it's all out there. It's public knowledge.
Oh, is
I
it?
think you can look at how many people. It tells you how many people backed each level.
No, really?
Yeah, it takes some math. And Jerry says that's rounded down, 6944. That's interesting. I know. Wow, that's a lot of boxes. But it's
7,000 boxes?
Nah, in the overall scheme of things, 7,000 of anything is not that much in today's world. But
No.
Brian, there is only a Kickstarter edition. There is no other edition. But what I would like to know is that the amount that was printed for the Kickstarter, did that include what GTS is going to be carrying?
The distributors?
Yeah. There's one other distributor I think that's getting it too. I don't think Southern Hobby ever got it.
And one in Canada for sure. That we know, right?
Yeah. But I'm going to check something real quick here. I wonder if I'll check Southern Hobby, see if they ever put it up on their website. I think we got one more week to order on GTS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Alliance didn't get any?
No, I don't think they even talked to Alliance about it, but I'm not sure. You would think that they would have. Kind of surprised. But let's just do this. I didn't see anything about it. Nope, Southern Hobby never got it. And in case you're wondering, I got my Bo Jackson allocation today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
How much?
It wasn't much.
No?
No. And I emailed him back and I said, dude, that's like less than a third of what I got of the original Alpha Edition.
Wow.
And they said
I thought they printed more.
they did increase it, but
But now more
he said,
people are interested in buying it probably.
he said you were allotted more than just about everybody because you were the first day partner program. All you first day partners got allocated more than most, but there are so many other stores that are wanting the product and we had to bring them in. And so we just thinned the product out. So I'm guessing there are some stores that got on the Bo Jackson will get no jumbo boxes.
Have you played this yet?
No. But yes, Grandmaster, the Bo update. I don't think there's going to be some stores that probably won't get any of the collector boxes. They may get one box of one or the other, and they're mostly going to get blasters.
Yeah, I missed out last time.
Yes, you did.
I didn't think it would sell that fast.
Dude, it was crazy. So I have to talk to my GTS rep tomorrow and tell him I was one of his only accounts that even ordered it.
Really? The first
Direct
time?
from GTS. I called him up and I said, hey, I know I don't buy sports cards, but it's a game. You got Bo Jackson? He says, yeah, what do you want? I said, I want the jumbo box. Yeah, I got some. So I ordered product from him, and I heard that they aren't selling it to anybody new. If you didn't buy the first one, you ain't getting the updated version. And it's like, okay. So hopefully they'll take care of me and they'll get some there, but I'm not counting on it. And it's not even enough
To worry about.
yeah, 32 blasters, I think is what it was. Might have been 24 blasters. The jumbo boxes, 3. And I thought, maybe that's 3 boxes. And I did the math. I said, no, that's 3 boxes. It's like
3 boxes.
3 boxes.
Wow.
So we're not going to have much of it to sell.
No.
But I did tell him, the rep, I said, hey, I want to start playing it here. How do I get hooked up with that? And he said, we will send you some demo decks and some play mats, and we'll get it rolling.
Yeah, send a few boxes.
Yeah, really. So all you guys out there listening right now, if you want to learn to play Bo Jackson, I can't even remember the name of the game. What's it called, Bo Jackson?
Battle Arena.
Battle Arena, right. Come and see us. We'll hook you up with some play mats and some demo decks. So that's your Bo update. There will be Game Master. They said they intended on another printing. I think Soho is still in talks. Future sets, suppliers, etc. I don't think they're going to do another printing. I honestly don't. I don't think there's enough demand for it. We'll see if GTS sells out of this allotment. I'm pretty sure they won't do another print run unless GTS sells out.
Yeah.
Actually, all the distributors will have to sell out. I believe GTS got the lion's share of it, but I could be wrong on that too.
Any idea on their allocation?
On how many they got? The only thing I know how many they got, and I don't want to say it on the air because I don't know if I was privy to that, but I know how many power stations they got.
Okay.
And to me, it wasn't a lot. GTS probably thinks they bought a whole lot, but of the power stations. But to me, I think they'll blow through those.
Yeah,
so
Larry's going to buy them all.
So Bo would be an 888, counts as 19 points. Both specials cannot be negated. I love it.
But he don't have any specials?
Joey, I'm with you, brother. That's an awesome. I think they said there was going to be the initial Kickstarter version, then a regular release. Brian, that's only if there's demand for it. It's expensive to print if you don't have demand for it. So we shall see.
Bo knows all specials.
Doug Taylor says, OP Adventures, you're the only stop on the net that talks OP and Bo Jackson. Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
He should have got a card in Overpower.
Yes, that is my goal, to get Bo Jackson in
Jackson.
Overpower. That would be so amazing. Even if it's just like drawn in the background, so then we don't call him Bo.
Yeah, Bo knows OP.
Bo knows all specials. Bo knows all supplies.
Yeah, they can do a
Bo
commercial
knows
for it.
everything.
Bo knows OP.
Yeah. Ricky says, I could see another potential print run of this set after Skybound at some point. That's a good point, Ricky. I don't know if they'd want to go back that far.
No, I don't think so.
You doubt OP demand. Well, to cover everything that's already been printed, I mean, it's a lot. Because they're allowing 3 different distributors, I believe, to carry it. 2 in the States and 1 in Canada.
Yeah.
So it's not like there is a limited amount, but how limited is the limited amount? So we shall see. I hope it sells out. I hope they go to another print run. That'd make me very happy. I also got an idea of how much they're going to print on the Skybound, and I think they're underprinting it. I'm putting it out here to you guys first. The Skybound set is probably going to be underprinted. So lock in your orders early
Buy it
when
today.
you can. Yep. We're going to throw it up on our website around November. Guarantee all of our allotments. We never pre-sell anything we don't know that's coming. So if you see it on our website, you can get it. Yes, Game Master, I believe ACD is the other one. Brian says, I wonder if they'll be getting sealed decks and power packs for Skybound also. I know the power packs will be Skybound. I'm not sure about the sealed decks. But they are going to do more power stations for Skybound. Jerry says, I'm hoping to revisit. What? I'm hoping for a revisit to World Legends later. So many cool literary and mythological characters to use. I believe they want to do more of those and ERB characters at some time, not necessarily in the same future set, but they do want to continue working with ERB. And I'll see them in August, so I will talk to the ERB people then about it to see what they're saying. Game Master says, I watched a Whatnot streamer sell it on fire and they didn't even know the game. I was helping them out. You go, Game Master. Burned through 3 boxes. You know what? Now that you put it that way, Game Master, I think we could sell anything on Whatnot. You just open it up in front of them. Yeah, that's a good point. All right. Now how many boxes of Invincible am I going to order? Skybound.
Whatever you can. Huh?
I'm going to put in a large amount, that's for sure. I already told my rep to expect it. I hope they get a lot. But I just don't think they're going to print enough of it. Invincible is in such demand, it's crazy. We can't keep the trades. We can't keep the compendiums.
We won't be able to keep the overpower.
And we won't be able to keep the overpower. I mean, we know how much we're going to open, right? People are buying it for the art. Game Master, you are correct. It has the best art of any game out there. And, I don't know. Jessica's probably going to take out a small bank loan to buy her Invincible boxes. But we've already talked about how many we're going to be opening. We're going to open at least the 15, same as we did the ERB boxes.
Oh, I would think.
At least.
Yeah. Double.
And Doug says, remember there will be other sets coming too. Yep. They want to do 3 sets next year. Is that counting Invincible?
Yeah, because I don't think it releases until first quarter of 26.
Yeah. Supposedly,
February,
the date is January, like the 16th.
Like right before their national, right?
They want it. Yeah, probably would be.
A week or two before their national.
Yeah, but supposedly Skybound doesn't want them to release it until 2 weeks before the 4th season comes out.
Right. So I guess that depends on their timing.
Right. But I threw something up at to Ron last Friday, and I said, we got to get him to let us run a pre-release event in December. And he liked the idea, but you just never know. If Skybound will let them do it, I'm sure they'd be open to having a big pre-release event in December. So, anyways, that might just be wishful thinking. We shall see what happens. There was another conflict that came up for the weekend that we want to do it. Everyone was complimenting the art, says the Game Master. I have never been on Whatnot. I should check it out just to see what's going on there. If people are buying it, I mean, they only had 3 boxes. How can you have a Whatnot show with only 3 boxes? I would think you'd win at least 6. But
I wonder if that show was hosted in Buda.
Was it a guy who worked at the post office or worked for the post office? Maybe from Buda, Texas. That's hilarious. So tomorrow we'll have 3 more boxes available to buy in the store. And I'll bet you anything, Anthony buys half of the first box we put out.
Anthony will?
Yeah. He'll go through and buy all the Deja wrappers.
Yeah, I wondered why there was.
Yep, that's why they were all gone.
And I did notice Marcel, most of his foil stacks did come out of the Deja wrappers.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Marcel, he's not online tonight.
No, I haven't seen him.
He hasn't said hi if he is.
Nor Keffer.
Oh, yeah. Where's Phil?
I don't know.
Oh, a shout out to Nor. I don't think he's listening tonight. He's not feeling good today.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, he was sick. So he might be listening, but not typing in.
Well, hope you feel better, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Nor, hope you feel better. The Game Master says they had more, but all I saw. You got there late. Okay.
Did you get sick after Friday night's performance? Is that what happened?
Yeah. He didn't like losing, that's for sure. But I don't even remember what his record was, do you? Was
I
it
think you went 1 and 2.
1 and 2?
Yeah.
But AJ said, don't tell anybody what deck I'm playing. I said, dude, I can't even remember my deck, let alone yours. I don't have a clue. Did I play the same deck that I played out in Texas?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, in
You
that
didn't have
case,
Hercules.
in that case,
You
I
had-
have no
you
idea.
had
what I
Cthulhu.
played. What? I didn't play Cthulhu. Oh,
Yeah, you did.
I did play Cthulhu.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
Victory.
Part of that's starting to. Oh, Victory Harp. Yeah. I kept drawing her cards after they'd already knocked her out. First 2 games, I didn't draw one of her cards before she died. All right, Doug Taylor says, I stopped by a comic shop today to buy another copy or 2 of Battle Beast #1. They said even limiting counts to people, it sold out instantly. We drastically underordered it. I hope Jessica's not listening because she tried to tell Corey and I to order more and we didn't listen. Especially the Battle Beast.
Oh, that was the number
bag.
1 run.
Yeah, it sold over 400,000 copies. Just came out last week.
It was the first issue. I didn't realize this first issue.
Yeah, the first issue, and they did this thing where a bunch of the books were already plastic bagged that you couldn't see through them, and you had a shot of getting a 1 of 100 variant out of it and all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Oh, there's Nor now, and he went 2-1 on Friday.
Okay.
All right, Nor, I'm sorry you're feeling bad, buddy. Hope you feel
Yeah.
better soon.
Feel better. You'll get a chance at redemption next Friday. Or this Friday.
This Friday. Game Master said someone bought a whole box and they ripped it on stream. I bought some too. Going to come before my Kickstarter order. That's just awful. I'm so sorry you guys aren't getting your Kickstarter orders yet. But hopefully this week, by the end of this week, maybe. Wow. Game Master, someone bought a whole box and they ripped it on stream. A whole box of Overpower? Or a whole box of Battle Beasts that are still bagged. We did not limit the Battle Beast to people except for the bagged version. Bagged version, we limited them to 1 or 2. I can't remember which. All the others, we let them buy as many other covers as they wanted. But
Did you sell out?
we sold out. I think Friday. It took us to Friday to sell out. But they even bought the 1 in 10 variants, the 1 in 25s. They just bought everything.
Bought it all.
They bought it all. I could not believe Battle Beast was that popular. Hey, Brian, how are you? Okay, Game Master bought a box of Overpower. That's hilarious. Well, you know what? If you haven't got your Kickstarter yet, that's understandable.
Yeah. I haven't got mine, so that's why I cracked those 10 packs, just to
I
get a
got-
feel for it.
I'm going to text Carl and tell him to get those boxes up here.
I think they're probably at home, I'm
Okay.
guessing. I'm hoping anyway.
All right.
Give me something to do tonight when I get home.
Yeah. So overall, guys, what do we get? How many people we got still in the chat?
16, or
16.
maybe 15, since
All
I'm probably
right.
one of them.
What do you guys think? Are you happy with the way the Kickstarter went?
Give us a heart
Overall,
or a
other
thumbs
than the
up.
slow delivery of the actual shipping, what do you think? I know we'll never, hopefully, have to deal with it again with Overpower,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty happy with the results. I mean, we got it early, and I wouldn't have even been pushing for it as early as I got it if we weren't going to Texas on the last.
And you weren't planning to go.
No, we weren't, and we like 2 weeks before the event.
Corey got FOMO.
Corey said, "Oh, Dad, we gotta go. We gotta go." But it was a lot of fun down there in Texas, that's for sure. And yeah, Brian
we-
says
we
if I
got
had
one
my
heart.
cards, I'd be happy.
There's another heart.
Yeah.
My hearts are flying. I guess
Jerry,
most people are happy.
Yes. Jerry says, I was very happy with the final product and generally the process as a whole. Yeah, I know they're getting ripped a little bit on Facebook, at least. I don't know about the Discord, about those prize pack cards.
Oh, really?
But other than that,
Because it's not in
good.
the regular set.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been numbered with the regular set.
Yeah.
If they're going to be price card exclusives, they should not have been numbered. And they shouldn't have the Kickstarter logo, which they're going to have.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah. Now, they pulled them literally out of the Kickstarter set. So there are
and-
numbers on the list that you can't get.
And packed them differently.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but as a whole, I mean, you got to remember this is their very first set. They've never made a card game before. They've never put out the product before. I think they did okay. I'm
Wait,
pretty happy.
If I
Game
get my
Master
shirt
says I'll
or
be happy.
location.
If I get my shirt or location card.
Not sure what that means.
Your shirt? Next time, just say I'll be going to Texas. Yeah, I know. That was hilarious, Brian. Was it you? Somebody put I think in the Discord, I wish I'd have just told him I was going to Texas to get the priority shipping and then not go. Yes. Oh, I survived Buddha. That would be hilarious. I got a feeling Ron's going to do that.
Really?
Yeah. We'd all buy it, right? And then that, Keith, if you're still there, I believe you're the one who came up with the Buddha location card. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
I laughed so hard every time I read that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. And the Game Master said they're getting double teamed, blew up in Discord too. Yeah, I think I saw on Facebook where Joe apologized for that. He said, we learned our lesson, we'll never do it again. But I don't know. I don't think anything in those prize packs is going to be too hard to get.
It does sound like it.
Even the ultra rares are not going to be too
I mean, if everybody gets them, they shouldn't be anyway.
Yeah. I am curious to see what characters are in the prize packs as ultra rares.
Yeah. We need to see what comes out of them.
Yeah. And somebody check Facebook now, see if Joe posted that list yet. That list, that part's kind of bugging me a little bit. How hard is it to put a list with the card numbers of all the characters?
Yeah, you think they would have done that from the get-go?
A long time ago, yes. But we want to know for sure what card numbers are the ultra rares. Yeah, Brian says, so what's the inherent on that Buddha card? Your opponent takes 10 turns before you. No, the inherent was whenever your opponent plays a card to draw cards, draw additional cards, he must wait till the next turn to do so. That's hilarious. So creative. Uh-oh. Looks like we're having a little issue there. All right. Streams connectivity's not too good. Now we're doing okay. So that Buddhist was very, very funny. All right, Phil, did we cover everything?
I think so. Oh, the OP Cup has been pushed back 1 week.
Oh, the OP Cup will now be on August
I want to say
16th?
15th and 16th.
15th and 16th, I believe. So anyone making your plans for the OP Cup?
We gave you an extra week to do so.
Yep. And you're getting, this is only May, so you got plenty to August. Got 3 months to make your plans.
Yeah, exactly 3 months from yesterday.
And, wow.
Or 3 days ago, maybe. Friday, I think.
Wow. Well, we're 2 months ahead of them putting out the regional date for July.
Yeah, we're doing better than LRG.
Oh, my gosh.
So,
We got to bug them about that.
yeah. So book your travel and come to Columbus and hang out with me and Doug.
We'll be here, and we'll have a.
And you'll be back, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm the weekend before. I'll be gone Friday and Saturday. Back on Sunday. So. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and
I hope you enjoyed the show.
make sure you make your plans to be at Origins. We're gonna have pint glasses and promos to chase.
Give us a like on your way out.
That'd be awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good week. All right, we're out. 57 views, 24 at one time. Time flies when you're old.